Sakan tikun ia A.CHIK ko KOBOR na rumchakswa KOBOR ang ko parakat naskang badal ni katabi chungrang. Umia muni china min komi ha bizoli bukota ni ko tuntong na gete kong plenga has ko tong minister agana. Tura o mela ungat kapani gman pa Bernard Marak tuntong na agana. Dr. Mukul BJP dolo napna BJP dol dalgaparang ko New Delhi ogrong iya. Tura o chatro chatrang ko baso gaduna nangja. Sanjay Sangma Gerapara Urban Health and Wellness Center ko opraki odanga. Adoknis kodong minister pa konrad ke sangma solar mission ko abaching na agana. Jol chigumak pa ko parang ko parakat na. Adoko bijoli ko bukwating pa silong o chi tamchang pa barapani ba umia muni chi namin komi ha. Aru bijoli bukwatani ko bon kaaw na sokna gatek ung dakpli chi rokang nga hani selo. Rebaing pa sarango de tauna batin Meghalaya adoko sungdoing parang bizoli na niknikani ko chagrong na ba tunga ni adoknis ko tong minister pa ko right ke sangma KOBOR na parakataha.
Umiam is almost at a point of shutdown. We have not received rainfall, to any, kind of required level in the past few months, and this has been one of the more difficult months in terms of rain for the state. While I say that, but let me also share with you that the power scenario is bad in most parts of the country today. Almost every state is facing a similar crisis which we are facing. That's because, as I said, the rains are affecting everybody, and the overall scenario is bad everywhere. Just to give an example and also to share with you how the government is working today. Today, on an average, in the last 2 years, and this year is no different, we are spending approximately 600 crores of the state's revenue to pay for different expenditures, including purchase of power from MECL point of view, to even maintain the kind of power that we have today. We are purchasing close to 3 crores of power every day, even now, considering the kind of scenario we're facing today. Hence, if the situation continues for the next 100 days, we'll be spending an additional 300 crores just to buy power, just to maintain this level of, the load shedding that we have. And so, therefore, situation is very complicated, but we are doing our best to ensure that the load shedding doesn't go beyond this. But what we wanted to share with everybody is that it's not that government is not doing anything. We are trying our best to ensure that we're able to maintain things as it is right now. And obviously we need the rains to come. And also we are working in the long run, which I've shared with you, that we have to go for other augmenting measures. So therefore this solar mission is meant to be one of those measures. It will take time, but as we move forward, I'm hopeful that in the next 2 years, 3 years, we will see more input from the solar power into the decentralized system of housing of the houses and homes, which we can then have it on solar as a backup. We are also, as I said, working very closely with thermal producing plants because we are keen that now that licenses for the mining are being given, we are hopeful that we'll be able to start the thermal plants also, and that may be a long-term solution that we may see in the next 2 to 3 years to 4 years time. So we are taking some very, very strong steps towards it. But yes, these few months that we had in the past and the current time also is very difficult for us. I won't hesitate in saying that this may be one of the most difficult times that MECL has faced because of multiple aspects. There is an issue of the rates that we have. Today in the Regulatory Commission, we are limited. We do not have the full power to determine the rates that are being charged by the MECL, and is determined by the Regulatory Commission. And today, in certain cases, the Regulatory Commission is even putting up rates that are below the below the market rate. Means the consumers are paying more than the industries. And so, for example, today the consumers are paying 6 rupees, whereas industries are paying 5 rupees. And these are rates that are set up by the Commission in spite of repeated requests that the industries should pay more. We have not got a positive result or a response from there. So we are still working with them and we're trying to resolve these issues. And also the rates that are being charged from consumers is much lower compared to the cost that MECL is bearing today. And hence, these things have to be changed if we want to see any kind of long-term improvement in the financial health of MECL. Apart from that, of course, we have issues of AT&C losses, but in the last few years, we have seen that come down to some extent, but much more needs to be done. And that's the reason why schemes like the RDSS schemes are being implemented today to ensure that we have a better metering, that it comes up so that we can actually reduce the AT&C losses that are there. And obviously, we have to increase our own power production in terms of augmenting the current hydro plants that we have, and also to ensure that other sources of decentralized sustainable solar power for households and institutions, as well as thermal power should come in. And that is the only way that we'll be able to see in the medium and the long term that the power situation will stabilize.
Turani BJP MDC pa Bernard and Marak, Mongover Salot Tura, Police Parade Ground o Ongatinga Mela ko Niam Gri Ongatinga ni Dondonga China di Diataha. Bernard ni Parakatani kita di Yamela ko District Council ni ko mamang trade license gri Ongatinga ni Bajana Bataha. Yani bidengo Westcar Hills ni DC Jagadish Chelaniko Sandianiko Dakpachina Molataha. TMC ni dalgaba Dr. Mukul M. Sangma BJP dolo napna gata New Delhi na BJP dol ni mongsongbat ke ba dalgabarang ko grong yaha ni Meghalaya adok ni BJP dalgabarang kobor na paragata ha. Dr. Mukul M. Sangma skotong songjil mo na riyangi BJP dol ko grong ya ni gaman mamung ko ba chingbaksa golpa dongja ni adok ni BJP dalgapa Ernest Maury janabata ha. Yani bidengo adok ni TMC ni President Charles Ping Rupa mamung kon ma siani dongja ni ba paragatska ha. Uamang dolgrini gise golpogrka dongjagen chumuba mukul sangmani BJP dol baksa bakramani na namin muksonga genang ni adokni BJP dol rang agandapanga ha. Andaki ongengo de electionas kang TMC dol gata mungchukung kura chakapa manifesto ko sawach usogate onang skagnok ni public rang ni chanchiani wona sopas khainga ha.
देखो देखो ये लोग बस में उठने के लिए नहीं दे रही है स्कूल स्टूडेंट लोगों को ये देखो कैसा है अच्छा नहीं है ये बस वाला स्कूल स्टूडेंट लोगों को उठने के लिए नहीं देता है
सामने जाके बात करना
ऐसा कैसे कर सकता है ये लोग के ना देखो दूसरे को उतरने के लिए देता है ना उठने के लिए लेकिन
स्टूडेंट को जाने के लिए नहीं
हाँ
अंदर जाने के लिए रुकते हैं ना
हाँ देखो हाथ कैसे रख दिया ऐसे काहे को करता है रे
जे वीडियो क्लिप्स को अंचिंग के achim yan tura hawakana petrol pump ka mao bus station ge sao wa tura hawakana bus station no school ni chatro chatrang ko bus o gadona gata bus ni contractor on nangja ya selrangara school ni chatro chatrang sa asom chakani o asong ai ganok school chatro chatri phagi jakpo ramram songrei songbat ke parang na de chakja wajokni onjama ma phara komi batani gman onjama aselrang ko nakani gata de sakantian ma si chakrko de nambata ni agana gata namnak peya Mahendra Ganj ni MLA pa Sanjay S Sangma Gerafar Health and Wellness Center ko opera ke onanga ha opera ke onani ja mano MLA Sanjay S Sangma ndaki jinmana aru koborna parakanga ha yano de mixed community donga adok sokari ko mathelanga ha anthangni bil amagta ni rokan baksa na dakchakangen ni agana ha Aro Christmas nas kang antangni manawani ko gari bolsa ko ambulance na ongen ni ba kurachakang ha. Adoknis kodong minister pa Conrad K Sangma silongo war environment de mania ni somayo adoko bizoli na ni mekanira ko chagrongingani bidengo adok sokari solar machine ko abachingno ni jinmana to manio paraka ha.
Are going to be coming out with a new mission. And I'll be launching this mission officially tomorrow, and I will speak about it more in detail. But I just want to share that we are seeing that we are having a huge problem with power. Electricity is a major crisis in today's world for us in Meghalaya. And there are many reasons for it. I don't want to go into all the reasons because I want to look at the positive side and how we will move forward with it. But just to share with all of you, in case some of you did not know, that every year government of Meghalaya spends approximately 600 crores as subsidy or as funds being given to MECL just to maintain the kind of power supply that we have even today. So we are having power cuts. This is in spite of government of Meghalaya spending 600 crores, annually. At this given point in time, we roughly spend 3 to 4 crores per day to buy additional power to maintain the things that we are doing right now. That means for 100 days, if we continue this, we'll be spending 300 crores more to buy power. And we have to realize that this is the same money which is available for us to make roads, hospitals, schools, use in different environmental issues. So this is the kind of challenge that today the power sector is giving us. And hence, we decided that we need to take different measures apart from ensuring efficiency improvement, AT&C losses, overall rate revisions, all those other aspects. We also need to look into the fact that we need to get production higher. And hence we have decided to come out with what we are going to call the CM Solar Mission. This is going to be a mission where we will subsidize units of 500 VA to 3 kVA to larger units of 10 kV and to institutional size units of 40 kV. Where up to almost 60 to 70% in certain categories will be given by government of Meghalaya so that people can have solar powered inverter units backed up by battery, which will allow them to run for even up to 2 days in certain cases, even if the sun is not there. And the solar panels will allow the battery to be charged and allow the light and current to be there, even if the normal grid electricity is not there. And these units have been put up already in about 200 different sub-centers. And they are supporting the sub-centers even to run refrigerators, to run different equipments, and obviously provide light and fan and other utilities being run purely through solar panels and solar power, charged and then stored in a battery. And we plan to expand this to the citizens now, and we hope that in the coming years, in the next 5 years, we are able to, in a phase-wise manner, in a very large scale. So if you're spending 600 crores per year, giving funds so that MECL can purchase power, you can imagine 600 multiplied by 5 years is 3,000 crores per year. Even if we were to spend half of that money to install the different power capacity for solar, and work with, these are individual units in every household we plan to do. So as I said, in the rural households, the amount is lesser. In the towns, it will be slightly bigger. And in the industrial or institutions, it will be much larger. And the ones that are 10 kilowatt and additional, we intend to also have the facility of net metering, so that additional power, say for example, a school is given a 40 kV unit. So on a Saturday, Sunday, that power can go back into the grid. Different offices, for example, a deputy commissioner's office, can give back power to the grid on a Saturday and a Sunday and on holidays. So hence this CM Solar Mission will start, and I hope that this will be most probably one of the largest in the region for sure. And we expect and we plan to make this a very unique mission, so that it can actually show the way for other states also to be able to go for this. These are integrated units which are on their own. Every house will have their own units, and as I said, the backup will be available to back up from the grid you can charge as well as from the solar panels. So this is a very big mission. As I said, we plan to launch. Everything will not be solved in a year's time, But we expect that this not only will be environmentally friendly, not only will it ensure that we use sustainable sources for energy, but it will also ensure that we are able to get stable power supply for the citizens of our state in the long run.
Yerang sendal ni koborang ni sweng para khnat museng pa sakanti ko metela.